out all night. I've been worried out of my mind. The hospitals, the police, the S, the rescue. Where have you been?
Hump ball.
Do what?
I've been to the hump ball with the posh people, Jane.
What's that on your face? Oh my God, it's lipstick! I've been attacked. Here.
Just get off, Jane. I never intend to wash this spot again.
It must have been a woman.
Number of items. 1. Description.
They sent you one of those daft catalogues again.
Well, they're not daft. As soon as you see some of the things in here, you can't think how you managed to get by without them before.
So what essentials are you ordering this time?
A light bulb that lasts for 10 years.
What for?
Well, maybe if I wire myself up to it, I might last for 10 years as well.
Come on then. What else are you ordering?
A desktop document shredder.
Of course. How on earth did we survive to our great age without a desktop document shredder?
Precisely. And a thing for removing unwanted hair from your nose and from your ears.
And your custard?
And finally, a quality crafted toilet seat with wicker inlay.
To create interesting patterns in strange places?
Or for the golfer who has everything, a device to stamp his initials on his balls.
That should make his putter stand up.
Oh, Diana.
Oh, Jane.
Oh, Diana.
Oh, Jane.
Oh, Diana.
Get on with it.
It's happened.
What has? It wasn't me.
Harvey.
Harvey's happened? Well, Harvey happened about 40 years ago. And a black day for mankind it was, too.
A woman.
Harvey's a woman, a damned ugly one.
Harvey's been with a woman.
Been what?
Pretty useless, I expect. Come on, get on with it, Jane.
Harvey's been out all night. He came home in a dishevelled state with red stuff on his collar.
Probably spent the night in a ditch with a fox.
It was lipstick. He has been led astray.
I was led astray once. I remember Myrna Lloyd jumped out at me from behind some bushes.
Oh, Tom, this is serious. This is my life and hopes we're talking about here. Harvey is mine, all mine, and I want all of him.
But even his piggy little eyes.
And his blonde brush haircut.
Some people find him very attractive.
Oh, yes, I expect they love their guide dogs as well.
What am I going to do?
Have him shot. Call for volunteers. Anyone want to volunteer for shooting Harvey Baines? Yes, sir, please, sir. Me. I'll do it, sir. I'll do it.
Shut up, Tom. Now, Jane, just relax. I'm sure that if Harvey has come home with lipstick on his collar, it is only because wherever he was last night there was a power cut. And in the darkness, some poor girl who was drunk, deranged, and had lost her sense of smell bumped into him.
Do you really think so?
Yes, of course. Why else would anyone allow their mouth anywhere near that oily little lizard droplet?
I'd better be off. Harvey wants me to scrub the driveway. See you later.
Who would want to kiss Harvey Baines?
Yeah?
Hide. Lucy, it's me.
Me? think? Which me or you?
Nigel.
Which Nigel?
It's Harvey Nigel Baines. It's your fiancé.
Which fiancé?
Last night, remember? The old hump ball? Underneath the table, by the band?
Oh, yeah. The waiter.
I was not the waiter! No, I'm sorry, no. I didn't mean to shout. Come on, we had a lovely evening. And we got engaged.
Great. Always get engaged at hunt balls.
Look, I was wondering if you'd like to come over to my place. There's somewhere I'd like you to meet.
Look, Garçon Manuel, or whatever your name is, great evening, but really, you know,
I'm extraordinarily wealthy.
I mean, love to come over to your place. Who have I got to meet?
Always a secret. You'll see. I'll call you tomorrow. Bye-bye, darling. Oh, God, Harvey. You are a severely clever person.
Look.
Stand up straight, Antonio. Thank you. Mr. Quark, no machete. This is supposed to be a welcoming party, not the night of the long knives.
What's going on?
He says there's a very important visitor arriving. Look, this must be her.
It's probably the Queen Mum. I knew she'd track me down eventually.
Harvey wouldn't say.
Then again, it could be Catherine the Great. Mind you, old Cathy will be pushing 270 by now.
Stop. We've been waiting for so long.
I bet it's some titled old nag from the Shires. What we are witnessing is yet another bout of Harvey's vomitous social climbing.
No. She's of the blood royal. It takes one to know one. Would you mind straightening me up, Jane?
I'll come round here and you push up against me.
Isn't it lovely? It is.
Jane!
She reminds me of one of those pigs that snuffle for truffles.
Royal manners.
Royal fiddlesticks.
No. They all eat like that.
Oh, yes, Queen's always up to her elbows in the trough.
No, I don't mean our royalty, foreign royalty. Bet she's Russian, used to ripping wolves to bits. Must pay my respects.
Look out. Schwarzenegger's moving in.
Hi, babe. Expect you've heard of me, Basil Makepeace. They call me the Bournemouth Stallion. And as such, I have the first crack at every filly that comes into the yard. But first, I'd like you to know the rules of engagement before you start stamping your hoof on the cobbles. First, I like to be in bed by 10. Otherwise, I go home.
Basil.
Then I like to have Thursday afternoons off for a retread.
Sit and stay. If you don't stop harassing the female residents, I'll take you down to the vet and I'll have you done. everybody listen. This lady is only going to be with us for a few days, so there's no need for any of you to feel you need to get to know her. All right? Jolly good.
Hello. Je smell un rat.
Obviously, royalty incognito.
Get over there, Tom.
No, my court manners are a bit rusty.
Oh, I don't think she'd notice. Get over there.
Very well. Bonjour, madame. Je veux me présenter. Je suis Tom de la Ballade. Noble courtier, à votre service.
Sod off.
Princess Sodoff of the court of St. Petersburg, I presume.
Colt? I ain't been to any bleeding court, and I don't take kindly to no Poncy Nancy saying that I have. Harvey? What's the matter with all you tossers? First I get some leg-over artist trying to jump me. Now I've got this old git accusing me of taking part in some kind of criminal activities. It's a diabolical liberty. And you lot stop staring and all. Stuck-up bunch of old farts.
Yes, Mrs. Sutherland. Now, do sit down. It's just a mistake. Old Tom here's a bit senile.
No, I'm not.
Bleeding are. Petersburg Court. I only ever been in Bow Street Court, and that was a set-up.
Now, Mrs. Sutherland.
What's the matter with you? What's all this Mrs. Sutherland stuff?
All right. Esme, then.
Esme? Mrs. Sutherland? What's wrong with plain...
No, please.
Plain old mum! What's the matter with him? What's the matter with all of you? God, I've never been in such a middle-class dugout. Oh, God, I've had more fun at piss-ups in morgues. What's this muck? Call this sweets? Let me get in that kitchen. I'll show 'em. Come on, Ochi men, I'll show you what's spotted digging.
Harvey's mum. Good heavens. Real flesh and blood.
And we always thought he was Roger Rabbit's brother.
What do you suppose she's doing here?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out, and then we will exploit, humiliate, and destroy.
Rifle number one.
Jane.
Yes, Harvey.
You're touching me.
Oh, sorry, Harvey.
How could she do this to me?
Do what, Harvey?
She promised me she would remain incognito, would not reveal to anyone our unnatural link.
Unnatural? But she's your mother, Harvey.
I know, but you didn't have to tell everyone. How can I be considered a man of substance, a man of authority, a man worthy of self-respect with a mother like that?
What's wrong with her?
What's wrong with her? What do you think's wrong with her? She's terribly, terribly, terribly common.
Oh, Harvey, how can you say such a thing? She brought you into the world. You sprang from her loins.
I did no such thing.
You cannot deny your mother, Harvey.
Oh, yes, I can. I have been doing so for years. Even when she picked me up from kindergarten, I pretended she was the maid.
Don't you love her?
Oh, I don't know. She scrubbed floors to send me to a decent school. and then went and ruined it all by turning up legless on speech day. In the chapel, she broke wind with such vehemence that half the choir passed out.
Dear, what's she doing here?
She's on her way to Australia to go and live with my sister. Wants to see me settle down with a good woman first.
So that's why you are so obsessed with finding a wife.
Well, it's one of the reasons. So I'm going to have her meet my fiancé, and then she can push off and frighten the Aussies.
Meet you what?
Well, my fiancé. Didn't I tell you I got engaged at the Hump Ball? Who what? Who what?
Your fiancé?
Oh, it's a lovely girl called, what's her name? It's here somewhere.
You don't even remember her name?
Oh, you know me, Jane. Faces fine, names, forget it. Yeah, here it is, Lucy Maitland. She's quite nice, really. I found her face down in the punch bowl. Jane? Jane!
Come on now, find the Queen. There she is. Now, where is she?
I think I'll have a fiver on that one.
Oh, well done! And a fiver for the gent with the gun in his pocket. Again. Oh, come on, place your bets, place your bets. Oh, I can't kid you lot, can I? Oh, let's have a look. Oh, dear, dear. The 3. I was lucky. Must be my lucky day. Come on, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll let you all have another go and you can win your money back. Come on, you're going to risk it, are you? Oh, come on, it's all tax-free, you know. Come on, bet your wallet out of mothballs. You wouldn't? I would. OK, folks, that's it for today. That's all.
You know that.
It's only a game.
Very skilled you are, too. If we were in Oxford Street, I would applaud your enterprise. But not here. Life has finished fleecing this lot. And so have you.
And if I called your bluff and told you to take a jump?
When I was in Korea, a 6'6" Yankee sergeant didn't accept one of my polite suggestions. I believe he still has a funny walk and double vision.
Harvey said you was a cow.
He was right.
How about a noggin?
How about 2?
Have another glass.
And you, ducks.
Cheers.
Cheers. I don't know how you stand it. I'd go do lally tap here.
You wouldn't be alone. Extreme duality is one of the entry qualifications.
I mean, I'm glad the countryside and the trees exist to what's name the air or whatever. But you wouldn't catch me living beyond the end of a tube line.
Nice walks. Lovely views.
Lot of cows to talk to. No, it's so stiff and starchy. All through lunch, I had a terrible desire to stand up and yell, bum! And then follow it up with a display of the same.
This is the Valhalla of tedium. The excitement train don't stop here anymore. Mind you, we are the way of the future. We are the natural extension of the middle-class suburb. One day, there will be a bay view at the end of every Acacia Avenue.
Well, you wouldn't cop me in one of them.
Well, sometimes we don't get the chance to choose where we end up. We just find ourselves there, all passions spent.
Yeah, well, before I fall off my perch, I'm going to Australia.
Oh.
See me daughter. She's a confidence trickster, you know.
Oh, runs in the family.
Yeah. Except for Harvey. He don't have the brains.
Tell me something, Esme. If Harvey was your first child,
Yeah.
and presumably you've taken a good look at him,
Yeah.
how could you have risked having another?
I reckon that lightning never strikes in the same place twice. Besides, all me kids had different fathers. Oh. But don't you tell Harvey that. I never got around to it. Bit late now, ain't it? Still, I done everything I could for him.
And who was Harvey's father?
An American Italian. Very nice class of gangster.
Hence the American name, Harvey. And the necessity for him to shave his forehead 3 times a day.
Do you enjoy being such an old bitch?
It's my hobby.
Oh, well. I just got to meet his fiancée in the morning, then he's off me hands. Me duty complete.
Did you say fiancé?
Yeah. Quite posh, apparently. Here, Harvey wanted me to make out I'd lost me voice. Oh, he's such a little jerk. Are you all right?
Will you excuse me, Esme? I think I know someone who might be about to come apart at the seams.
Here you are. Sit you down.
I'll get some brandy.
Anyone home?
You should have left me to drown.
Oh, you wouldn't drown yourself, Janie.
I was trying.
No, you were not. There's a bloody great lake over the hill. If you'd been serious, you'd have tried there instead of launching yourself face downward into the nearest puddle.
All right, I'll go to the lake then.
No, you won't. You'll sit down and you will sip this very slowly.
We forgot. She doesn't drink.
No wonder she's such a mess.
Oh dear, my life is over.
No, it isn't, Janie.
Come on now, Jane. Now, where did Harvey find this fiancée?
At a hunt ball.
But what sort of woman would actually want to get engaged to Harvey?
I want to have a look at her. Tall and slim, with fine bones and a winter tan. Oh, God!
When does the fiancé meet the mother?
Tomorrow. Why?
Well, just supposing she doesn't meet the mother.
You can't shoot Esme. I'm getting rather fond of her.
No, Diana, we have to intercept the fiancé.
Some chance. If she's already got engaged to the little creep, she must be pretty desperate.
What we have to do is to get the mother to frighten off the fiancé.
But the mother wants to get rid of the son. She's not going to badmouth him.
But you would.
What?
You would. Jane! Meet Esme Sutherland, Harvey's ghastly old mum.
Brilliant, Tom.
And I'll be his daft old daddy.
Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it.
Any bandits?
What?
12 o'clock high. Bandits coming out of the sun. Go left, Ginger. Dive, dive, and
Shut up! We're going to make this work. We've got to do it in the here and now, not during the bloody Battle of Britain.
Right, we go.
Has Jane got Harvey out of the way yet?
Up the back meadow. She told him she thought it was the site of a Roman mint. He's digging it up with his bare hands.
Hello, here comes someone I don't know. Action stations. Sounds like Harvey's sort of person.
What ho? Are you up the drive?
Looks like it.
Couldn't give us a lift, could you? We are just visiting our son here.
Oh. Okay, hop in.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, this is most kind. I am Diana Baines, and this is Tom Baines.
Baines? As in Harvey Baines?
Yes, he's our dear little son.
Well, I'm Lucy Maitland, his fiancée. You I've come to meet.
Well, what a coincidence.
He said he only had a mother. Said his father was dead.
He's such a joker.
So, how long have you known our dear little boy?
Oh, not long. Bit of a whirlwind romance. Hardly remember what he looks like.
And have you actually had a conversation with him in the cold and sober light of day?
Almost.
And it's still on?
Yes. Seems a healthy chap. Not a bad looker. And he does own this lovely hotel.
Do you have a history of mental instability in your family?
Oh, really? Let me assure you, Mr. and Mrs. Baines.
Oh, no. Call us Mummy and Daddy. The name Baines tends to stick in the throat.
Let me assure you that your son will be marrying a woman who's in fine health, both mentally and physically.
You're foreign, aren't you?
What?
And your work permit has run out. And the police are after you, and that's why you want to marry an Englishman.
My family's been living in this area since the Norman Conquest, 1066.
900 years without a work permit. I know all about you Normans, coming over here and taking jobs from hard-working Anglo-Saxons. Oh, why couldn't he have met a healthy Essex girl? Oh, shame and ruin on our family.
Is he all right?
Not for a second. But not to worry. It's just that the Baines family has just a tiny kink in the old genetic spiral. Oh, hello, Janie.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Baines. And who is your lovely, petite, blue-eyed, perfect-figured friend? With the beautiful teeth and the wonderful complexion.
This is Lucy Maitland, illegal immigrant.
She's going to marry our little Harvey Poos.
You little tart! Sluts!
Jane, tea!
Tea for bloody three!
Harvey would like you to take Janie on as your personal maid once you are wed.
Golly!
I expect you'd like to know more about Harvey when he was a little boy.
Oh, yeah. Love to.
He was a dear little thing.
Potty training was a bit of a problem.
But since he reached 35, he can go for weeks without his little rubber sheet.
And, of course, what with his gambling debts, there isn't much money for the luxuries.
Like food and clothes, and powder and ointment for his athlete's foot. Yes, well, that's what they call it on the feet. I don't know what he calls it when it spreads all over the rest of his body.
Have your parents got a big house by any chance?
Why?
Well, at the moment, we're looking after Harvey's children.
Children?
Yes, 3 or 4, Mumsy.
5, Daddy. He can't keep his trousers on for more than 10 minutes. You see, we thought we could all move into your mummy and daddy's house together and be one big happy family.
Oh, God.
Oh, Daddy, won't it be fun?
Oh, yes, Mumsy.
I think I have to go now. It's so nice to meet you. Oh, you haven't had your tea. I don't want any tea. How about some cake? I haven't the time. Oh, take it with you then.
Lucy! Lucy! Yes, I'm fine.
No, you're not.
Well, that's her out of the way. Now all we need is a fiancé to meet Mum.
Get off, Jane! Mumsy, I'd like you to meet my fiancée, Jane Edwards.
Welcome to the family, dearie.
Come on, Harvey. Kiss Jane. For the family album you wanted to show your grandchildren.
Come on, dearie. Give your fiancé a kiss. And now, Janie, I'd like to give you this.
Ooh, very nice rock.
That's Grandma's ring.
Her engagement ring. Put it on, Harvey.
It won't fit.
On Janie's finger, Harvey.
But it's mine.
Put it on or I'll clip you round the ear hole.
Smile, Harvey.
I'm engaged. I'm engaged.
Arrivederci.
Up in the kangaroo.
Don't do nothing I want to. Oh, yeah. Now you behave yourself, won't you? Be a good boy. Ta-ra. Bye.
Bye. Jane, you're touching me.
I know, Harvey. From now on, I'll be touching you all the time.
Righto, Jane. Give me that ring back.
It's mine. Besides, it won't come off. Look, it's stuck quite firm.
Okay, get me a hacksaw.
Harvey, we have it all on film.
What? A couple of photos.
And on tape.
You're my affianced, Harvey.
Look, if you think for one moment that I, Harvey Baines...
How about breach of promise?
What?
You have plighted your truth. You try getting out of it now, and Jane will sue you for every penny you've got and every penny you're ever likely to have, won't you, Jane?
Well, Harvey, there are forces at work that will do what's right for you, whether you like it or not. I'm afraid I'd skin you alive. For your own good, of course.
I'm just going for a walk in the lake.